Hi guys, welcome to another interesting tutorial by Coco's Craft. So do you know that there are two kinds of princess bustier, the one you use for your ready to wear and the one you use for your bespoke? And if you know, do you know how to draft and differentiate both of them? Well, this video is for you. I would like you to stick with me. So for your ready to wear, this is the pattern you'll use if you're making an outfit like this, and like this. Then this is for your bespoke, which is your Ankara, your couture, sewing, your bridals in outfits like this, and like this also. So I'm going to show you how to draft the two and differentiate them. So the first thing is to get all of our vertical measurements. So now I'm taking from my shoulder to my bust point. Also note that your bust point and your underbust are the most important measurements when drafting any bustier. Always make sure that you take the accurate bust point and the accurate underbust. So now I'm going to take my shoulder to my underbust at 15 inches, okay? When you take this measurement, take it firmly, especially your underbust. Make sure you or your client are wearing a very firm bra, a bra that will lift up the boobs very well. So now I'm going to take from my shoulder to my waistline at 18 inches and I'll score it across like so. So after ruling, I'm just going to label my lines. I'm going to start first of all with my waistline, my on the bust line, then my bust point line and my shoulder line, just like so. Next thing is to get our shoulder line. My shoulder is 16 inches divided by 2. We have 8. And from that 8 inches, I'm going to come down by 1 inch for my shoulder slope. Then we go over to our neck width. We are going to use the standard 3 inches wide and 3 inches deep. So 3 by 3. Then now I'm going to connect my neck width of 3 inches to the 1 inch I came down by for my shoulder slope. And our neckline is almost ready. So I'm going to connect the neck width and the neck depth together in a circular manner, just like that. Then the next thing we're going to do is to get our armhole depth. So my armhole is 8 inches. That's what I'm using for my shoulder slope. So to get your armhole, you divide your bust by 6, add 1.5 or 2 inches. I make use of 2 inches for extra ease. So I'm going to connect that into a straight line to give me my armhole line. So now we want to plot or get that armhole shape that we're looking for. I'm going to bring my armhole my shoulder measurement to that armhole line so that I can get a straight line, this straight line I'm about to draw right now. Okay, then the next thing to do is to get our chest line. So typically your chest line is 3 inches above your armhole line. That is what I use for everybody and it works very well to give you a perfect armhole shape. So that will be my chest line. So after that, I am going to come in by half an inch on that chest line and connect it straight to my shoulder slope like so. So now we go over to drafting our Princess Bustier proper and we're going to follow the book by Helen Armstrong, which gave us the standard measurement to use for your classic Princess Bustier. So now I'm getting my that line, which is my nipple or my bust band divided by 2, which is 4 inches, and I'm putting that on my bust point line, on my underbust and my waistline and connecting it into a straight line like so. So now I'm going to connect that line to my chest line, the half inch I came in by on my chest line, just like that. Voila, your middle panel is basically ready. So now let's go to the underbust. Now to contour the underbust, this is a classic princess that you don't need anything much. The standard says we should use 0.75 inches, so we're going to use 0.75 maximum on either side of your dart line on your underbust. After that, to avoid pointiness on your bust point line, you're going to come down by half an inch on your bust point line. And now we're going to connect that 0.75 on your underbust to the half inch you came in by on your bust point line like so. As you can see, this is not the regular like your bespoke princess that where you get where you have this cup and all of that. So this is classic and this is simple. You don't need too much of cup. So now to tighten our armhole, from your chest line come down by 1 inch for this measurement. So now I'm going to connect that 1 inch I came down by all the way to my bust point line. That is the half inch I came down by from the bust point line, just like that. So I'm using a slightly curved ruler, not a straight ruler, not a curved ruler, but just a little bit of curve. Okay, now I'm going to combat the gaping or the loss of material we're going to get on the armhole. So I'm just going to elongate that line by the 1 inch I came down by. After doing that, I'm just going to smoothen the bust area. We don't want it pointy, just smoothing it with a slight curve using your hand. It's very simple. So the next thing we're going to do, we're going to come to the waistline. The 0.75 that you took on your under bust, you're still going to take it on your waistline just like that and connect it into a straight line. We are almost getting there, and I can tell if you're conversant with drafting your Princess that bustier, you would see the difference by now. So this is the book where I got all the standard measurements. It is also known as the Pattern Bible. Everyone, both beginner and advanced, you need it if you don't have it. So if you want it, I'll put a link in the description box to join my WhatsApp community and you'll get this for free. So the next thing is to put in the horizontal measurement, get your bust divided by 4, then replace whatever dart you're going to take out before you put your sewing allowance. Always replace the dart you took out. After that, we are going to get our armhole curve and connect it like so. So our armhole is complete. So after getting your armhole curve, you are going to go to your under bust. Now divide your round under bust by 4. Mine is 7.75. I'm going to mark that. Then I will replace the dart I'm going to take out. Then my sewing allowance. I will do same on my waist, get my waist measurement, then replace my that I'm going to take out, then my sewing allowance. So we are going to connect all of this measurement together from your armhole to your waistline, just like so, and it is ready. Already, this is your classic princess bustier that you use for your ready to wear. Now, to make this sit properly on the sides of our body, the cuff sides of our body, you're going to go up from your hemline or the bottom by 1/2 inch and connect it back to your that leg, just like that, and it is ready. There's not too much contour. This is going to fit because for your ready to wear, you know, you don't pad it. There is no padding, there is no wadding or anything, but this is going to make it hold your bust properly using your English fabrics. And after this, we'll go over to the bespoke. I hope you learned something from me. Please leave a comment, like this video, and please subscribe to my channel if you got to this point. Thank you. Now we'll go over to cutting this out. So this is what I got after cutting it out. Now I want to use the opportunity to invite you for my free class that is coming up for my WhatsApp community members, and it is the content creation masterclass for fashion designers, and it's going to be a fun time where we have discussions and a lot more. Now you're going to learn how to think, how to be creative, and the different kinds of content that you will use to attract different kinds of customers. Please click the link in the description box to join us. So now we'll go over to the bespoke. We already did the basic bodice like in the first video. Now I'm just going to get my dart line, which is my bust span or my nipple to nipple divided by 2, and I'm going to put that figure or the measurement on my bust point line, on my under bust line, and my waistline, then connect it into a straight line like so. Then the next, so after that, we are going to connect our chest line to that leg, just like so, as you're seeing on your screen right now. We're going to connect it to get the middle panel. So the middle panel is basically ready. All right, and I'm just going to smoothen that out. Please, no pointy edges and nothing. Now, to get the side panel, unlike the front, we are not using a standard measurement. Here, we are being creative. We are going to create a bust cup for ourselves that is going to keep our bust in shape inside our clothes. So what we are going to do now is to get your round bust minus your round on the bust. So my round bust is 38 minus my round on the bust 31.5. So 38 minus 31.5 will give me 6.5 inches. That's 6.5. I'm going to divide it by 2 and I will get 3.25. So that figure is what I'm going to be sharing to get my underbust contour that will give me my accurate cup for my bust size. Okay, so now I'm going to divide this 3.25. I'm going to put 1 inch on the middle panel. Okay, I'm taking 1 inch on the middle panel. Make sure you come down from your bust point by half an. So now I took 1 inch for my middle panel. You remember the measurement we got. I'm going to put it on the screen, and please refer to my princess that video and you get it from before. So the remaining 2.5 is what I'm going to put on the side. All right, I'm not putting it equally. The side is going to get more. So I'm going to put that and connect it into a straight line just like so. Now we are going over to our armhole tightening. So remember, you're going to come down to tighten your armhole. So whatever you have from the side panel minus half. So I got 2.25. I'm going to minus half, then use that for my armhole tightening, which gave me 1.75. Okay, just like that. And I'm going to connect that to the half an inch I came down by from my bust point line. So remember, if you do it like this, you are going to be short on your armhole for gaping. So whatever you came down by, extend that point by that same number also. So I'm extending by the 1.75 I came down by from my armhole tightening, just like that. So now everything is looking proper. You can see the processes are different from the first one. Now I'm just going to connect from my underbust to my bust point line like that using a curve ruler, and I'm going to do that for the other side also. So this is the cup that we're talking about. This is the bespoke cup we are talking about, unlike the first one that is simple, easy, and pretty straight to the point. Can you see the difference right now? All right, so our side panel is almost ready, and we are going to get our horizontal measurement just like we did before. Divide your bust by 4, replace whatever that you're going to take out, sorry, and put in your sewing allowance. And now I am connecting my armhole curve like so. I can tell that the difference is pretty clear. So do same for your underbust. Divide it by 4, replace the dart you're going to take out. All right, then put in your sewing allowance. Do same for your waist. Replace your sewing allowance and replace your dart and put in your sewing allowance. So I'm just going to extend the lines like that. And now I am going to connect from my underbust to my waist. And I want to show you guys something. Because of the contour and the cup we created, our pattern is no longer straight. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean your measurement is wrong. But what I do, I don't use that. I just take it from my underbust straight up like that. This is going to add about 1 inch to the measurement, but it doesn't matter. When you are done sewing, it's going to fit. You're going to fit it and everything is going to come back. Can you see that it's looking better now? So it's better that it is more than it is less. So for the bust point side, I'm just going to use my free hand to just smoothen that bust area to avoid pointiness. And voila, your bespoke pattern is ready. Absolutely ready. You can see that there's a difference between the two. Do same, go up by half inch from the bottom to shaping the sides, and you are good to go. So this is the difference. And for the back, it is very simple. The back, just do the same thing like your simple basic bodies and you're good to go. But if you need more clarity, I have a princess that video before. Just scroll down on my channel and you are going to get the full details of everything and even the calculation that I did. All right, If you watched to this point, I'm very grateful. Please, if you have any question, leave it in the comments. I'm always available and willing to answer your questions. If you need clarity on the calculations or anything, please do let me know. I'm here for you. Please, and also click the link in the description to join our community and be a partaker of our free class. Trust me, you are going to love it. And God bless you. Like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate you all. Mwah.